Hi everyone, I am Margourtarotreader, and today I'm doing a personal reading for one of my clients. We are checking status on certain things that we've been doing. So, Arcana, show me what must I need to know. Show me what must I need to know. As you know how I do the readings, prior to the recording, I channel onto the universe with your personal information. I do not enclose any information of my clients in any of my videos. It is maintained private at all times. Throughout the recording, there will be silence. It is when I'm channeling to your spirit guides and the universe. Remember that when I say predictions, these predictions can come sooner or later depending on how you receive them and how you acknowledge them, okay? Certain things can change. The universe allows you to change to an extent. Certain predictions cannot and will not be changed because it is the path that you must take. Arcana, show me what must I need to know. Show me what must I need to know. First spread will be for you, and we are going to see the person in question. You are the Lady of Cancer, and the person in question, we have a Cancer as well and a Gemini. So, as my client, you come first. Arcana, show me what must I need to know. Show me what must I need to know. Let's see what's going on. What's the delay, and what is it that we need to do? Let's see the overall energies. And someone is still, to your surprise, I think that you're feeling, we've been working on certain things, and I feel that at this time, the more we were into it, I feel that the more you're reminiscing things, and so therefore you need to start reminiscing on things that are positive, not the negative, okay? Because that could delay certain things too, you know. And it happens because when you start doing something, you're going to think about everything, including the bad. So we need to avoid the negative thinking. Negative thinking, remember, causes negative energy, okay? And that also, in turn, stalls certain things. But let's see. Here he is, right in front. Let's see what's going on with you, buddy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's see what's going on with him, and when do we see his return? Well, right now I see him, he's having some type of issues with a legal matter is what I'm seeing here. And I'm thinking that this has been going on for quite a few. And I see him here talking to family members, due to the holidays probably, so he's gathering around family members and whatnot. If he lives in your area, I think that he will be just about in your area, I'm thinking, because he's around family members, you know, for the holidays. He is missing you. Someone is telling him a lie. Let's see who and why. He's thought of calling you, to be honest. He's saying here, I miss her, I think of her, and I think that she already moved on. I care for her, but I don't know if I should. It's going to cause me conflict, it's going to cause me problems. Yeah. Let's see where you are. Yep, there you are. He is coming back. I think in a very short time, he's going to be having some type of separation with the woman that he's staying with. He's not happy. He's constantly thinking of leaving her, constantly thinking of moving out of the house. And he's also thinking to reach out to you, but something keeps him holding. So we are in a good path. Obviously, our work is definitely working. You just have to keep in mind that sometimes, you know, because he's with someone else, it's going to take a lot longer. And he still has, you know, he has feelings for whoever it is that he's with, but not to the extent that he has for you. So he's confused within this situation. He doesn't know if he's going to do the right thing. Would he regret it or not? Would you be available? Will you be ready? Will you have changed? He's going through all these things in his mind right now. We'll do the spread for him next. You are here, the Lady of Cancer, in the bottom here. the lady that he's with is also representing the same sign, but as my client, I always prioritize you first. So it doesn't matter whoever this person represents, okay? Now, he's right here with you. He is not happy in his marriage. He's thinking of making changes. He's thinking of traveling to and from. So I feel that he's leaving the house for a very short time, or either he's traveling to go see someone. But either way, I see him leaving the house in a temporary mode. Could be, you know, trying to see it within the next 3 to 4 months. It could be sooner. It could be sooner. He's going to try to find a way to contact you. And he wants to reach out to you, but he's afraid. I think that he thinks that you've already moved on. I think he thinks that you're not missing him. And someone is telling him something about you. So someone is it's contacting him back and forth and connecting about you. So he's puzzled about what they're telling him, okay? It seems here that this person is telling him that you miss him, that you care for him. And it could be that person that you've mentioned before, okay? Because it is a male. So that makes him know about you, okay? Keeps him aware, even though he's not around you. He knows things about you, okay? And so therefore, he's thinking of wanting to communicate. He does miss you, and he does care for you still, absolutely. And he thinks over and over, every time things go bad at home, he wants to leave. There's a move of change temporarily here, okay? That's what I'm seeing. And he's not happy. Every time I see these 5s in reference to and next to certain cards that I'm looking for, what signifies to me how happy are they or not, temporarily I feel that he will be drawn in a very short time from his spouse, okay? And he wants to make a change. He does wants to come see you. Absolutely. He does, okay? So he is coming. Now, let me see here. I believe his family is talking to him about you, and they're, you know, balancing out you and whoever it is that he's with. You know, they're saying, who's better? You should know already this person is not working for you. You should know already this and this and that. So I think that they're helping, you know, you. Could be because they are aware of how this person is. Could be because they see things in his relationship, or they see him not being so happy. So, you know, but they are talking about you. So you pop up in the conversation quite often, I might say. And that puts him, you know, to miss you more. And when he contacts you, he'll tell you. He'll tell you. And he've actually thought, you know, picking up the phone and calling and things like that. But he doesn't, because he's afraid. He's just afraid that you're going to tell him things, you know, that he doesn't want to hear, or that you're going to tell him that you've already moved on. He's not too sure 100% whether whoever it is that's telling him things about you could be the actual truth, you know, like you miss him and you love him. So, now let me see what else I see here. I think that if you try to make a trip somewhere in the next 3 to 4 months, I don't see it happening. Something will be stalled there that I don't see you. I see you contemplating in reference to making a trip. You may not have it in him, but it's out here for the next 3 to 4 months. So I'm letting you know. Someone is making a temporary move from home, and then it will be a permanent move from home. Okay? I'm telling you that now, and you will hear about that too. If it's not you moving, you will hear about that, which I am right in the path of the Gemini. I think that he's temporarily leaving the house, and then he's not going back to that person. We are absolutely in the right path. Being that you were quite some time away from this person, and he's attached to someone else at this time, we're working with a lot of energies. So you need to continuously remain positive and continue to think the positive things that you and him shared. When the negative things come in, they will, and they have to, because when you're working with someone, you know, as I do, I work with your energy and I work with the person's energy. So in all, we have to, what you're thinking, he's thinking at the same time. So what you're feeling, he's feeling at the same time. The desires you feel, he feels them too, right at the exactly same time. So if you're thinking negative, so is he. It is when you have to channel that negative energy into the positive and think and send him messages through your thoughts and thinking. it'll be all right, baby, this time around. Things like that. Only you know how you used to talk to this person. So channel that energy through you, through him, okay? Because I'm also sensing that, you're thinking, okay, this is taking a while. You've been this and done this quite some time now. You've done a lot of, you've done certain things, and I am the last resource. Let's put it this way. I've always tell my clients, when you want me to do something, make sure that I am your last resource. Because if I cannot get this person to you, no one can. And if they do, you're going to regret the return, because the return will be against their goodwill. Okay? So, and I work and I take my time, I take my patience, because I need to make sure that this person continues to love you. I need to make sure that this person will stay because they want to stay, not because I'm forcing them. And I need to make sure that I can renew that love between him and you feel it, so you know that this is where the path that I'm going at. Okay? Everything that you're feeling, because you're my client, I know because you're telling me. So therefore I know what he's feeling, Now, so definitely I see a move of change in 2018 for him, for sure. I feel that you and him will find a way to contact each other. You can reach out to him if you want to. There's no shame on this. No shame on the game when it comes to love, is what I'm trying to say. If you feel that you have the urge to call him, you can, if you like to. These are also one of the things that happens as you do certain rituals and spells. We get this urge, this anxiety that we need to and must feel their voice, their, and whatnot. But because that's also what they're feeling. So you need to hold on as much as you can, so he will be the one approaching you. But if you feel the need to reach out to him, you can, and just to say happy holidays, and so be it, plain and simple, sweet and short, and it goes a very long way. And also to let him know, I am still here. You could always do that. I've had clients that I've worked on certain things, and they're refusing to contact the person. But like I tell them, sometimes it does help, because they need to hear your voice. They need to hear your pain. They need to hear how much you love them. It doesn't matter how they respond to you, positive or negative. But as long as they hear you, then they know that you're still there. You see what I mean? Sometimes we need to let our pride go aside, especially when you know you love someone. Okay? It's okay if you win or lose. It's okay, as long as you tried and you have no regrets. And at this time, you are doing just about anything, and you're doing all you can. So with my help, we're going to have this person return to you. Once he returns, then that is in your terms now. Okay? That is, we all need a little bit of changing. We all need a little bit of adjusting. And we always want to spice up relationships as they come along and as we maintain them. Keep that in mind, okay? When he comes back, because he is, when he comes back, he's coming back because he cares for you, because he loves you, plain and simple. He knows that the person he's with, it's not his soulmate. He knows that. He knows that you're the one. He thinks as you think. And believe it or not, he's thinking almost as a water sign when he's not. He's a Gemini. So who knows what his other signs are. But his logic is thinking more of heart than anything right now. When it comes to you, though. When it comes to you. But at the same time, that could be his downfall, because he's thinking too many things, and he's thinking, am I leaving what I have for her to do me the way she did me? So this is what we're going to work on then. But definitely he's not happy in his marriage. We keep seeing that. And that could also be due to the part of what we're doing as well. Okay? Because one of the things that it includes in my ritual, it's also because we're going to separate them in order for him to do a return. So it's a process. Everything that we're doing one step at a time. Okay? Right now, at the same time, we're focusing to renew the love that he has for you within his thoughts and his mind and his spirit, and at the same time to withdraw from the person that he's with. Okay? And the only reason why I accepted this is because I see that this person is not for him, period. there's another man in that person's life that is coming in, okay? And I feel that that person is already in that woman's life, but he thinks that they're friends, and she probably knows this person through his job and whatnot. So it is the reason why I see that she's going to fall in love for somebody else, okay? And he's a little bit jealous of this circumstance. He knows there's an age difference, but he still feels young anyways. He actually feels younger than her. And so in that case, he's being naive, but it'll strike him sooner or later, because the girl is going to fall for somebody else, period. Sooner or later she will, okay? And sooner or later he will come back. And you also have to know that you did what you've done in your past. You've led your life, you've continued your life while he was out there holding for you. So for those reasons, right now you need to be patient and remain positive, and let him live what he needs to live right now, so he can go and do whatever he needs to do in order to acknowledge and then make a return. We are doing what we're doing to advance that and to make him be aware of it sooner than what expected. But he also needs to run his course, okay? He is saying to himself, she did it, and now it's my turn. You know, if it doesn't work out, and if she's meant for me, then she will be there. It's what he's telling me right now, okay? And that's perfect. And I'm glad that he's speaking to me, and I'm glad that he's telling me, you know, and he was firm about it right now as I sensed it. So in other words, he's telling you, you love me enough, you're going to hold on because I hold on for you, okay? And only you know what he's referring to at this time that he's telling me that. Okay, now let's see his spread. Arcana, show me what must I need to know. Show me what must I need to know. Let's see him. Arcana, show me what must I need to know in reference to it. Thank you, Arcanos. Thank you to the universe and to the angels. I have been. Show me what must I need to know. Show me what must I need to know. Show me what will take place. Okay. This is for him. He wants to come. He wants to hear the I love you for some reason. One. Okay. Since you're my client, I will still keep you as the Lady of Cups, even though the other person is the same sign, but it doesn't matter. There's some major cards that I'm looking for to see where that relationship is, okay? I will see her much more clearly. There's no need. Let's just see you and him, okay? Because that's our goal. This is his spread, and he is leaving the house temporarily. He's leaving his job temporarily. He's saying to himself, I'm not truly in love with her, but he is in love with you, okay? He has some quarrels and think, ooh, okay, well, let me continue here, and I'll tell you something. Oh, he's way out of here, and you're here. Okay? I don't think he likes the fact that someone is telling him things about you, but I don't think that he's quite fond of that. I think he's feeling a little bit jealous, whoever it is that's communicating things with him about you. At this time, there is no conversation between you, but he will resume this conversation. What it is he does care for you. He loves you. But at this time, he's trying to say to himself, I'm not in love with her. I'm upset with her. I'm hurt with her. Okay. And I think he's telling someone else about those things about you too. But he is in love with you because my cards are telling me so. He is in love with you. Something is fixing to happen in a very short time that he's going to acknowledge to himself, and he's going to let this other person know. I think it's a female. There's a female and a male here that he's conversating about you. And he's going to let that person know that he is in love with you. He's fixing to leave the house and his job. And I'm seeing this as a temporary move, but I feel that eventually it will be more permanently further down the line in 2018. Okay? Okay, I will have to tell you this, that I'm not sure how long they've been married, but there's always a possibility that they could have a child, okay? Or coming into the future. So keep that in mind. It's a fact of life. It happens, you know, when you're with couple with someone else. It could be that, but it could be that you're more afraid that they could end up having children. And I don't know if they have one or not, but I'm seeing here, you know, that could come in play here, okay? I just have to say what I see here. But either way, whatever happens in his life, he still wants to make sure, he wants to make a return, and he keeps thinking about it. He keeps wondering how to do it. How can I? It's almost like, well, you know, maybe if she reach out, you know, it's almost like he doesn't want to fold his arm first. He wants you to do it. He wants you to reach out to him. But yes, he is missing you quite often. And I have to tell you that, let me see here, 2 weeks, 2 months, there will be definitely a contact between you and him. Okay, definitely. Now I feel that you're still going to be feeling a little bit betrayed, a little bit cheated. I feel that you're going to feel that he's going to cheat, or he's going to feel, because this is a spread, he's going to feel that you already have someone else in your life, because I see that here. You know, it could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, male coming in there for you, someone that you already know. But I don't see you necessarily taking that person. It's almost like he's sensing, okay, she's probably with so-and-so. You know, he's already even mentioning the guy's name right now, you know, saying, oh, she probably moved on with so-and-so, you know. But that's what I'm seeing here. I don't see him trusting the person that he's with, that they fight too much. You know, she brings you up a lot, and she brings whoever else up a lot. And he's out there thinking, okay, you just, you know, you're doing this because you want to be out and doing this thing. So they're not 100% happy. Absolutely not. And someone else is coming in their life. There's another male coming in here in the woman's life. And that woman is going to fall in love with that man. And I think that she's I want to say gold digger is what I'm sensing here from that woman. I think that she looks for men that are a little bit older, that are more mature, that they can give her things and things like that. So she's going to fall for another person. Plain and simple. That's how I see it. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Someone that she already knows, actually, considers a friend. It showed on the first spread. Now we see it on the third. So absolutely, she's going to end up with somebody else. This woman, whoever he is married to, is going to end up with somebody else. She's going to live with that person, move in with that person. So 2018, I feel that it's going to be a rocky road for the Gemini, because his marriage is going downhill. And I think that he doesn't want to let go of it, because they're going to say, I told you so. But more than anything, okay? More than anything. But as of right now, he's acknowledging to himself, okay, I'm not in love with her, but I'm desperately into her. You know, like, he's feeling confused emotions, like saying to himself, how could I love this woman after all these years, after everything I've been through, is what he's saying. You know, it's been hard, and I don't know if I want to go through all this. I don't even know if it'll work this time around. And he's going through all these things in his head. But at the same time, he's wondering who you're with. And, you know, I'm missing her, surprisingly to himself, more than I could ever be. And he thinks of himself, why out of all this time now lately, I'm like desperately missing her. Yes, he dreams of you too. And he also fantasizes in you too. And I can assure you that it doesn't matter whether he has sex every day or not with his spouse. I'm going to be straightforward. He even jacks off in your name, because they always do. there's a sense of this thing that makes them acknowledge that they're still with you, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. Don't be laughing, don't be smiling there, because it is true. It does happen, and believe me, he might even tell you those things, okay? Let's see here. I definitely see that in 2018, you and him will have some type of reconciliation. As you can see here, I definitely see that you and him will renew to an extent what you and him have, okay? And I mean to an extent because I still see him being married, somewhat separated, at least mentally from his side. And I see him coming in here. To your surprise, you're going to be very shocked, okay, that he will make a return. And it happens. You have to be patient. Remain patient, and sooner or later they come back. You know, I have clients of mine that been separated for years and not even spoken, and then once I start the job, it sometimes it takes a month, 2 months, 3 months, even 6 months, but it happens. Okay, when I say there is a return, there is a return. Keep that in mind, and you'll see. You'll be surprised. You have to remain patient, but this person will come back. When he comes back, I think that, you know, we'll see on the third spread, but I think that you're going to be feeling very doubtful, very, you know, and that's fine. It's a process that you have to take, and he does too. This return will be for you and him to acknowledge whether or not you belong together, okay? This return will be for you to actually decide whether or not you wish to be with him continuously, and it's also for him to feel whatever it is he needs to feel. This return to either continue the contract together or end the contract, okay? Spiritual contract. So that's how I see this return. And it's for those purposes that I do what I do also, because I don't want you to linger and hurt and cry over and over as you go on with your life. You need this one opportunity to heal your energy, okay? And you will acknowledge, including with him, that you feel like you're soulmates to each other, okay? You will acknowledge that to him, and I think you have, and I think that he has to an extent as well. He does acknowledge to himself every now and then that he's truly in love with you, but then there comes a moment that he's saying to himself, I'm not in love with her the way I used to be. So he's going back and forth right now, and it's fine. It's absolutely fine, because this is what we want him to be going through right now. Feeling that he's undecisive because of everything. He needs to acknowledge everything that he's been through with you in order to get to the point where he says to himself, I am in love with her. There's no doubt about it, okay? And he's not happy. So that's a good sign. Now let's see the third spread. Can you show me one thing? Show me one thing too. You're asking me right now what time, what time frame are we looking? No, I'm not giving you any time frame. All I'm saying is in the very beginning of 2018, let's just leave it like that. I can't give you a certain amount of time, because then you're going to extend the time frame from his return. All you need to know is that he's coming, and we're doing the right thing, and you're moving along as we are. Perfect, okay? Let's see. This is for you to see the overlook. Let's see where you are. Okay, well, I will tell you this. In the overall energy here, I see him in the very top here. He is nostalgic, missing, and whatnot. But I feel that, and only you can change this when it happens, okay? When you see it coming. Because I feel that he's going to make a return. And I have to be straightforward and tell you, okay? But know that even in the negative, you can change this to a better path, okay? And this is why I said earlier that when he makes a return, really is up to you at that time. How do you want to proceed things, okay? Because he will have a return, okay? And my goal is to get him to you and to be with you permanently and to stay with you and to love you and whatnot. Those will be the goals. But when he makes a return, I feel that your mind is going to play on you. And it's going to be your sword. Your mind will be your sword, is what I'm sensing here. Because he's going to make a return into your life because he loves you, because he misses you, because he wants to be with you, because he sees you a better fit for him, because he sees you're a better woman than the ones he's been around with, okay? But I think that because he will not be necessarily divorced to that woman, you're going to have conflicts. You're going to feel that he's going back and forth with her. You're going to feel that he's been cheating on you. You're going to feel that things like that. I don't see it happening, okay? Even though I see negative cards here, it's what I'm sensing is that it's your thoughts playing those games on you. Maybe whoever woman will call you and tell you things to make you think otherwise, you know. And so therefore, I see you being deceitful. I see you being feeling betrayed and stuff. But it's almost your thoughts. I feel that it will be a lie coming from those women or a woman. I feel that he's coming in here, but you're going to be telling him things, having arguments with him because of that other woman. And so I see him trying to make the effort to get back again with that other woman further down the line in 2018, sometime after 6 months. Just keep this in mind that I'm telling you already, you know, when he makes a return, in order to maintain this, don't put mind to whatever else, whoever says anything, okay? If a woman comes and tells you, oh, but he's with me, oh, he just left me, or he was just with me, keep that out of the way. When he makes a return, it has to be about you and him only, okay? Focus on what he tells you, on what he does, not what somebody else's does. Because if you do that, you're going to start doubting and you're going to start thinking that he is with someone else. I don't see it. I feel that it will be someone telling you lies. If you do what I'm asking you to do, and I know you will, you can maintain this relationship and it will return. I feel that he's going to return and he might leave for whatever conflicts back again to that woman, but it's just not going to work out between them. Believe me, it's not. And then if you listen